the GraphRag chat bot that the AI Life Sciences work group generated, a chat bot where you can ask, is this symptom I'm feeling a side effect of the drug that I was prescribed? And they showed how we can use AI to improve the accuracy of that. And that paper did well. It's under review by Nature Scientific Reports and should be released shortly. Second paper was on homomorphic encryption, published by the Society of Industrial Applied Mathematics. And the third one was our own intern group that graduated and got a paper on vector database benchmarking that is going through review by the Journal of Big Data and AI. And it should be in their fourth edition shortly. We are handling the review feedback and it's looking good. Okay, so the initiatives that we are proud of being part of and partnering with other organizations includes the Loyal Agents work. Thank you so much, Richard Witts on the call. Thank you, Richard. The partnership with you has delivered lots of benefits. Thank you so much. And we'll talk about your participation in the summit. We'll have a separate call and we'll figure something out and get you on the agenda. Okay. We're also really pleased to be partnered with My Terms with Doc, our very own Doc Searls. We keep saying our very own Doc Searls. We'll talk more about that. And we have donated 4 members of Kwaai to the Linux Foundation Trust over IP work group, specifically the Decentralized Trust Graph group. So that includes me, Steve Vitka, Mitch Travers, and Brian Ragazzi. And we are on their weekly call and we're pushing the stack, this decentralized trust graph stack forward in different ways. And Linux Foundation seems to be the hub now of open source agentic AI. The A2A and the MCP protocols have been donated to Linux, and so the maintaining of those stacks are now being done by the Linux Foundation. And we're seeing more and more of the open source decentralized discussion happening within the Linux forum rather than in other entities. So we want to be part of that conversation. And I can't, when we started this off, my vision was, hey, we need the Linux of AI. Well, that was a bit of a provocation, I guess, and a bit sort of aspirational. But yeah, it's true. We have to. I think our future is going to be bound tightly with Linux. Okay, key partnerships. We're really grateful to Metro for hosting our key nodes. They're our Hollywood GPU data center run by John Pankratz, good friend of mine, and I'm so glad he donated. We got John Vaccaro on the call, and John, you've been accessing one of their big machines, the A6000. So we've moved not only our key nodes onto that machine, we've got an A5000 there as well, but we've also moved our back office automation work onto that machine, and so the various cron jobs that are going to run in order to keep the whole engine going. Thank you so much, John, for keeping the lights on and making sure that the network stays up. Okay, I reported that we have started to get our first paying corporate members. Okay, so this is a new change. We talked last year about the membership reset and how we're going to get funds in. We'd explored all sorts of different avenues of fund generation. At the beginning of 2025, I thought that federal grants was going to be the way in which we fund Kwaai. We had a pipeline of $40 million in federal grants. Well, as soon as the new administration came in, all of those disappeared. They were just removed overnight from the National Science Foundation or NIH or the various federal funding bodies. They were removed from the list. And so any initiative that was to do with the democratization of AI, all of those just became unfunded. So we've zeroed out our expectation of of funds coming in from federal grants. We had to find another method. We're not ready yet to charge for Kwainet. Kwainet's not ready, so revenue from that's not going to be around for another year, maybe 2 years even. So it's unrealistic. Do we charge our members? We thought, okay, we polled the members. And you recall there was a period, maybe 1 or 2 months, where Nico Farah was helping Kwaai out, and she said, "Well, let's poll the audience. Let's poll the members, see how much they're prepared to pay." And most members said, well, we're prepared to pay sort of $5 a month. Okay, well, that's interesting. And so for 1,000 members, is that going to move the needle? I really didn't want to do that. I have to say, I reported to the board, we're going to keep membership free. The way we're going to fund Kwaai is through opening up membership to corporations. So this is what we reported at the end of Q3. So Q4, we opened up membership to corporations. We landed our first 3 corporate sponsors. And so that's 21D, that's Myra, that is Myra in Sweden, and Spectrum in the UK. These are all non-US companies that are funding a US nonprofit. Is that not ironic? Okay. And these are substantial contributions. The money's already started to come in. The wires come in regularly every month. So I'm confident that we're going to go forward and at least keep the lights on and pay the bills. We are negotiating with a 4th US-based entity. I don't want to talk too much about it. We don't want to jinx it. But they're going to become a substantial contributor.